In 2009, Chrysler upgraded their Hemi engines. They implemented the MDS system. They upgraded the cylinder heads to try to help improve flow. They upgraded the intake manifolds, and these also feature the VCT. So today, we took apart one of these engines that was experiencing the notorious Hemi Tick to try to figure out what was going on inside. This unit specifically is from 2010 to 2012 Dodge Ram 1500s only. There is no one explanation for what causes the Hemi Tick. In fact, most of the problems that Hemi engines have do in some way, shape, or form cause a ticking sound. So it could be one of a number of items. Today we're gonna hit on the top ones. We did figure out what was behind the tick in this specific one, so of course I'll show you guys that. First thing I wanna go into is the exhaust manifold bolts. These bolts are known to break. Also, Hemis are known to run hot, so that can eventually result in your exhaust manifold warping. So if you do start to hear ticking noise from your Hemi, this is the perfect place to start. It is easy to diagnose, and it also doesn't cost very much to fix the problem. Unfortunately for consumers, this is known to happen really early on, like before 80,000 miles. However, what that means is that switching out these parts and solving the problem is covered under warranty, so that's always a plus. The second thing I want to talk about is faulty lifters or seized lifter rollers. So lifter issues basically boil down to oiling issues. We all know that the Hemis have been plagued with oiling problems for years. So anytime you've got a lack of lubrication with your lifters, it means that it is going to collide with your cam. This can eventually cause catastrophic damage. This will also cause your lifter rollers to seize, and that is exactly what was causing the Hemi Tick in this engine. So here I've got a lifter that's got some pretty normal wear on it, and here I've got a lifter that was clearly coming in contact with the cam. I will also pop up a picture of the cam itself. It has so much wear on it that there's almost a lip now on the lobe. Obviously, that is never good. The other thing about this problem specifically is that you're going to need new lifters, and you're also going to need a new cam, which is typically something that needs to be done professionally, and it can be pretty expensive. In fact, it is why a lot of people elect to go with a fully remanufactured unit from us instead of just paying for this repair. The third thing that I want to talk about is going to be the MDS system. So there is no evidence that the MDS system itself is the problem. However, the lifter problem started in 2009 when the MDS was implemented, so logically it just makes sense to connect the two. MDS is the multi-displacement system, and basically when your car gets to a cruising speed, this system allows for half of the cylinders to shut off, and this is supposed to help improve fuel economy and emissions. Now, the problem that people are seeing with this is that when you have half of your cylinders shut off, it allows for those components to cool down, and then of course heat up again once the engine starts needing those cylinders again. So anytime we've got metal that is cooling and heating and cooling and heating, this can definitely cause problems. Cooler engines have a harder time with lubrication than warmer engines. So there is just some speculation about whether or not that causes the lubrication issues in the lifters. I would also like to note that the lifter issue and the damage to the cam were on cylinder 4. Cylinder 4 is one of the cylinders that shuts off when the MDS is activated. There definitely is speculation about whether the MDS is connected to the lifter issue. At this point, it is all just speculation, but there is no denying that there are some serious lifter issues in these Hemis. If you have ever been a victim of the Hemi Tick, I would love to hear about it in the comments.